So we getting ready to go completely off script. I'm tapping deep into the right brain. We're getting very intuitive and creative and chaotic with it for a purpose. You know, chaos always has a purpose. It's just no rhyme or reason or pattern to how we get to that purpose. The chaos magic is very effective, and this video is not about chaos magic. It's about partnership. It's about partnership. And I want to talk about the Aries, Libra polarity. I remember it was like a couple of years ago, I had a solar return. Libra was my ascendant during that solar return. And I was thinking about the law of polarity at that time. And I was like, man, I'm going to have to check in and let y'all know how that year went and how Libra is associated to the Hermetic law, the Hermetic principle of polarity, right? Okay. And I never checked back in because I'm still learning and processing and getting more perspective and experience with this placement. And I ran across a tarot teacher, really, I would say master, the spiritual hobo. I said that correctly, spiritual hobo. Let me say it one more time, spiritual hobo. And he helped to tie this concept together for me in a way that I could make it more concrete and applicable. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump right in. A lot of times astrologers, they'll get up here and they'll tell you about the first polarity that is formed when we have the Aries Libra axis. And they're going to tell you that Aries, being the first sign of the zodiac, and being ruled by the planetary energy of Mars, is all about the self. And then they're going to get up here and they're going to tell you Libra is Venusian energy and is in the 7th house. Traditionally, that's his ruling, what it has rulership over. And it's going to tell you that it's over partnership. And they're going to tell you that you need to balance out those polarities. Usually, they're going to guide you. When I say they, usually some astrologers are going to guide you into entering into partnerships with others in order to have a better understanding of yourself, in order to have different aspects of yourself reflected back to you when dealing in relation with other people. I know I'm going fast. You may have to rewind this back and listen to this a couple of times. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get this out. So a lot of times to activate and to balance out this polarity, the recommendation, the remedy that's often provided is to go get in relation with others, learn how to relate with others, learn how to stop being so, like, you know, they like to say Aries is selfish, which we're anything but. We're very selfless. And that's because we have a healthy respect of self. And because we have a healthy respect of self, we also have a healthy respect of others. But that's neither here nor there. I did my Aries mystery series already. It's so much deeper than what these astrologers say about Aryan energy. We're going to keep moving forward. I would like to propose a new remedy, a new equation dealing with the Libra energy. That's something I learned about Libra energy. Libra to me is like a master mathematician. I think about mathematical equations when I think about Libra energy. Why? Because mathematical equations need to be balanced on both sides, okay? So I'm going to set this up like a mathematical equation. Libra already has the partnership with others. Once we get to Libra, we're now getting above the horizon. We're now interacting with the outside world. We're now out of the realm of self development, personal development, and we're now in the realm of relating to others, external relationships, how we're interacting outside of ourselves, right? So on the Libra side of the equation, we're already interacting with the outside world. We're already interacting in all types of various partnerships, not just marriage and boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, partnerships as in business, as in work relationships, as in whatever relationship you can think of, relationship, okay? All right. When we're over in Aries, a lot of times we are misled. I'm going to say misled. We're misled to think and to believe that we're not in relationship with anybody but our own self. However, there's many aspects to our own self, like we are all dualities. I think now we're starting to understand that we hold both masculine and feminine energy within us. That our mind has different hemispheres that function and operate differently and process information differently, right? 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 A lot of times, especially ladies and men, I'm going to say both. A lot of times when people embody this energy, when they embody and embrace their polarity, their duality, and they're born, let's say me, I'm going to take me as an example, born female. However, I'm aware of my masculine energy that resides and radiates within me, and I can embody it. And a lot of times on the outside world, when they're looking in on that, they'll be like, oh, well, this person's too masculine. This female, she's too masculine like. Or they'll say this male, this gentleman is too feminine. He's too feminine like. When really I'm starting to think these may be more individuals who have evolved to the point where they realize that within your own self, there really is a relationship to form within your own self. And a lot of times it'll just be glossed over as self-love. It's so much deeper than that. It's realizing that you're more than just the gender that you incarnated with. And I think we're seeing a lot of times now in modern society, people are wanting to change their gender because they feel like they identify more with the opposite gender. What I'm proposing is not to get lost or pigeonholed into one particular polarity, into one particular gender, but realizing that you are very much both of them. And you very much need both of them. That's that first partnership. So this is the other side of the equation. The Aries side of the equation is realizing that you are more than what you may even realize, that there's more to you. You embody more energy within you than you probably was ever even taught. And a lot, especially growing up, because sometimes children will be, especially in my generation, maybe this generation, they're doing things a little bit differently based off of some of the things that I've been seeing. It feels like people are very comfortable with embracing both sides of their polarities or genders. However, sometimes when growing up, parents, they'll want their sons to be extra masculine and to like cut off their intuitive wisdom and embody their masculine, logical, rational mind characteristics and traits. And as a lady, a lot of times I don't even think, first off, the whole concept of what the feminine principle represents is misinterpreted and misrepresented. For some reason, it's equated with being soft and docile, gentle, beautiful, nurturing as if that's all there is. The divine feminine is able to sustain life by whatever means necessary, by whatever means necessary, by whatever means necessary. That means it may not always come nice, fluffy, cute, cuddly, docile, gentle. It may not come in that manner. It may not. It may not present itself like that. But getting back to the point, the other side of the equation for Aries is to get into relationship with all aspects of the self. That's how I'm going to put it. I'm going to put with all aspects of the self, because the self is so complex. It's not just one level to it. It's many, many different levels. And it continues to evolve and grow and expand over time. You start realizing, wow, I'm more than just this flesh. I think a lot of us, we say it. We like to say it. I'm more than just this flesh, body. I'm a spiritual being, having a physical experience. I don't think we really realize that we really are a spirit. And that we really have both polarities within us. Meaning you can come into perfect union. Yoga also helped me to get to this realization. The practice of yoga, because yoga actually means union, to yoke, divine union within your own self. And when you're doing yoga, I'm going to give you a big secret for anybody who's an aspiring yoga instructor, or you just want to practice by yourself. All you need to remember, really and truly, is whatever you do on one side, you're going to do it on the other side. Whatever you do on the left side, make sure you do that same exact movement on the right side to balance it out, to get to get yourself ambidextrous, to become comfortable with operating on both hemispheres, on both planes, on both. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Rewind this video back a couple of times. But that's the other side of the equation. Aries is called, selfish, because it's all about the self, not realizing just how complex the self really is and how many layers and levels to the self there really is. And getting into relationship with yourself, that's a whole task, that's a whole job. Getting into perfect union where you're able to be in partnership with your own self, that's like a whole life's work right there. That's great work right there. And it will help significantly to aid you in relating with others when we get over to the Libra polarity. You see, what I think Libra can definitely learn from Aries is how to use that same energy that you're taking to interact and relate with partners and people outside of yourself, and redirect it so you can become into holy union with your own self. And I'm going to just end it like that. Signing in, out, above, beyond, below, beneath, underground, all around, uptown, downtown, midtown, here, there, anywhere, everywhere, nowhere, past, present, future, now. Get into divine union, divine union, divine union with your own self. Out.